Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish darlings, with Big Meach.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach.
Darling.
I don't think I found God.
Knows it's not right the way you do your body at night. A way out, all you gotta do is get it right. Know what you don't even think, is your mind in sync? Hey there, sister, don't do that on your back every day just for some pay. Common sense, it'll all come your way. Hey there, sister, no man in his right mind will ever kiss you. Instead he'd rather dish you. They see you day by day. They know that your life is a stray. You've been around the block. They pick you up along the way. Got some advice. Hey sister, get it right. You a working girl, that ain't working, no pin, low skirt, money first, the player pimp, know you reps a bad one, and you know it too, what you gonna do? Hey there sister, 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 hey there sister. The choice is yours. What you gonna do? Your heart starts thumping every time he leaves the room. Knowing that he's creeping, lying, cheating, checking his call every day and every evening. You know the answers, so stop with the questions. You've been here before, be a woman, start correcting. It's your love, your time, your direction. It's all about you. Don't be a number two. You deserve more. Not some chick's panties on the floor. Does it come when you can't take it no more? Your love is priceless, mine's always big. More precious than a title or a diamond ring. And use your head on this one. Be smart and not dumb. Chin up, sister, and choose the right one. Pick and choose, and always love you. The truth will get you through. Hey there, sister. 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 Hey there, sister.
And hello. Hello out there to all of you at Blog Talk Radio Land here in the glorious United States and across the globe. Hello to all of my tea sippers over there in Russia and Italy and Venezuela and Egypt and the Congo and in Brazil, and of course the glorious old United States, and of course over there in Canada and in the Caribbean islands, and all of you who are within the sound of my voice. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers. So I'm sure you have all of your crumpets, my darlings, because it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach. What's going on, babies? Ooh, well, darling, let me tell you, down here in lovely old ATL, baby, we are storming right about now, baby. Darkness falls across the land. It is storming, cats and dogs and carrying on, but I think this is going to be temporary, I hope, because I think we're going to have bursts and spurts and carrying on, and then it's going to move away and things. And I think it's going to be doing this all day long. However, in any event, that's quite all right because we are here to make it happen and to get through the day, honey. One of the things you will learn about life, baby, is that when it's storming outside, instead of trying to go out and fight in it and thinking you're going to have that umbrella to hold you, sometimes it's just meant to keep your ass in the house until it passes. How about that? You know, every now and again you got to get out into it and things, and, you know, you got to brave it. But there are moments where it's not called for or required. So instead of trying to fight with an umbrella that's going to get drifted and flipped up in the wind, sometimes you just have to stay home and let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Take that however you need it, honey. I just felt to say that today. But in any event, thank you all for coming on in and for tuning into the show. If you're listening by phone and want to come in on the conversation to say hello to our guests or to have questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number one time. You will hear the prompt to say, "You're now in the host queue." When you hear that, that means that I have you in the queue. Your hand has been raised on my switchboard, and I will bring you in at the appropriate time, okay? The tea room is open just about. Wait a minute, hold on, because I want to make sure that we get this together. And there we go. All right, the tea room is now open, so for those of you who are listening by computer and want to come in on the conversation, please feel free to go over there into the tea room and dish your tea responsibly. Now, in order for you to be interactive, you have to create a social media page here on Blog Talk Radio. So it's just as simple as it's free like everything else. Just go in, put your page together, and then you'll be able to come in and be interactive. Otherwise, if you come in, you'll see guest and then have a number by it. And you can be able to read everything. You just won't be able to be interactive with everyone. Right now, I'm the lonesome soldier over there. So if you come in, please do so. And I would try to, no, I won't try. I will get to your questions as long as I'm remembering to come back to the screen. Okay. Please remember that this is the written word, and I want you to come in and dish your tea responsibly, please. You know, remember, it is okay to disagree. Please don't be disagreeable, because if I come in and find out that you are cutting up, honey, I'm going to cut you out. And oftentimes that happens because this is the written word, and you don't hear each other talking or whatever, so you don't know, everyone's vocal affectations. You don't know how they talk. You don't know, how they could be lighthearted, how they just saying a little slant on a little word, and this, that, and the other, trying to be cute. And you may think that they're trying to come out of a bag and neck roll you and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And that may not necessarily be the case. So please dish your tea responsibly. It is always, always okay to disagree. Just don't become or be disagreeable, all right? Now, having said all that, let me let you know that Dishing Tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and the language and the subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or responsible enough to handle the situation at hand. So your listening discretion is advised. I'll repeat. Dishing tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or responsible enough to handle the situation at hand. So your listening discretion is advised. Now, please, children, I need for you to govern yourselves accordingly if you're at work. And, now is the time for you to put your headphones on and or turn your volumes down to a respectful level. If you're at home and listening by computer and got children around you, honey, put the kids in the other room, honey, with the other flat screen, and let them watch Dora or SpongeBob or Bert and Ernie, Big Bird and Snuffleupagus, honey, the Tinky Winky Bears, something, child, Kate and Allie, Laverne and Shirley, child. Who cares? Put them over there in that room, honey, because now it's time for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated, okay? Because I will not entertain anything from none of you bitches who come to me at the Walgreens or the Walmart or the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General or the Pick and Save, the Kroger, I was going to say Walmart again, honey, and wherever I am, honey, if I'm at Saks Fifth Avenue or if I'm at the MARTA train station here in Atlanta, wherever I am, none of you will come to me and say that you got demerits, you got written up, you got accused, you got ridiculed or whatever because of anything over here that I've said, child. Please govern yourselves accordingly and consider yourselves warned, you understand? Now, having said all that, I do have a special announcement, and I want you guys to please pay attention to this because I'm in the process of directing an independent film. Yes, I'm about to make my directorial debut in film. And what is happening is, of the film, we're going to take the 2-hour project, the full film. We're going to reduce it down to a 15-minute trailer so that we can shop it. So currently, the film is called Urban Camping. So for all of my actors out there, for those of you who are in school, if you're student actors, if you are local actors that's needing a project, because this is a non-paid movement. Okay, this is strictly volunteer, and so I need for you to understand that. So don't come to this audition thinking that you're gonna get paid or whatever, because we're not there yet. This here is to get it so that we can get it together. All right, the film is called Urban Camping, and it is completely about why has homelessness become a crime. In certain cities across the country, we have an epidemic where it is illegal to be homeless, and if you try to help the homeless by giving them money because they're panhandling, or if you give them food or whatever, you can become a victim of a tragedy of it, because you can be penalized by giving a ticket. You can also be carted out to jail in some places. It is illegal for the homeless. And so this particular film is going to delve into that. On Saturday, July 14th, 2018, we will be hosting auditions for some of the main roles. Now, I have to write it all down, so what I want you to do is email me at bigmeach@dishingtea.com, bigmeach, BIGMEACH, @dishingtea.com. For more information, we're going to post it on the website. Of course, that's www.dishingtea.com. We're going to post it there. Also, we have a GoFundMe page to where for those of you who support independent films and things of that nature, we have a GoFundMe where you can make a donation there as well. So, again, I know this is loose right now, but I'm putting it out there because I just got to solidify a few things a couple of days ago. So now we're putting it out there. But we do have auditions. July 14th, 2018, is going to be in College Park at the College Park Auditorium here in Atlanta. And the College Park Auditorium is located, of course, in College Park. So if you're traveling by MARTA, you get off at the College Park train station. You're going to come out of this train station, go to the right, come down about a block and a half, 2 blocks, no, it's about a block and a half, and you'll be right there at the College Park Auditorium from 1 p.m. until 5. No, I'm sorry, scratch that. It's from 2 p.m. until 5 that the auditions are going to be going on. For more information, please give me a call. You call me directly at 404-914-5610. That's 404-914-5610, okay? So having said that, I got to put the official announcement together. You're going to see it up on all the platforms, on all of my social media platforms, and on a lot of the audition platforms as well. So if you missed this, or because I'm choppy with it, it will be out. So we'll get that out there to you as quickly as possible, okay? So now having said all that, let my sponsors come in, and then when we come back, honey, we have someone who is returning to the show. And y'all know I love when guests come back because they love me. That means they had a good time with me and all of that kind of stuff. But I affectionately call this brother, honey, the Curtis Blow of this generation because he's a social conscious rapper. And we're going to get into his message because he's done what a lot of folks do, and that is take the main thing, and he done did the remixes, child. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore all of the remixes, and we're going to talk about the project, and we're going to get an update on what's been going on with this brother since he was last with us. And Mr. Kyle Knight is returning. So let me get all of my sponsors to talk. And once we do all that and come on back here, joining me will be Kyle, okay? So, having said all that, let me get to getting, and we're going to get this party started. You heard me? Ha!
Pharaoh'sTreasureBox.com, a quality online Detroit mobile business. Custom, affordable, high-quality, handcrafted art, jewelry, gifts, and accents for you, your event, home, office, or business. Contact Peter Jackson, Artistic Director, at 248-688-5178. 248-688-5178. Pharaoh'sTreasureBox.com, embracing a fusion of cultures and making art beautifully affordable. Maggie Lee's Community Center offers a unique array of programs designed to improve the lifestyle and well-being of the community. Located at 7700 Puritan Avenue in Detroit, Maggie Lee's Community Center specializes in child care and latchkey services, as well as senior citizen activities and block club functions. For more information about Maggie Lee's Community Center, call 313-737-9042. Maggie Lee's Community Center, giving the people a chance to show how much they have to contribute.
Trigg Laboratories manufactures premium sexual wellness and consumer health care products and is the parent company of Wet International Incorporated, one of the world's best-selling lines of personal lubricants and intimacy products. We carry a large variety of personal and flavored lubricants, flavored heating massage lotions, and aromatherapy heating massage oils. Whether you need a little or a lot, Wet has you covered. Our line of high-quality, innovative, and unique products are formulated using only the finest ingredients at our FDA-approved facility, meeting the strictest manufacturing standards. Wet is available worldwide at specialty stores and online retailers and at pharmacies nationwide. For more information or to find a retailer near you, log on to www.stayswetlonger.com. Trigg Laboratories. We create fun, quality, trusted products to innovate your intimacy.
Caucasian with glasses, gorgeous fashion, going through pain. Memory flashing, This Marley capture crack, gotta fall into her knees. God please, in a 2-bedroom condo, couldn't get enough air. Doing Astros defenseless, going through it. Didn't mean to do it, lived it up as one of the best. Lying dead from cardiac arrest, a victim from pills, dead for real. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Dope boy pulled up in the Bentley. Are you not? Are you with me? Pulled off doing 60. This young man was a fool. Caught out in the hustler's pool. Tight on ends. In need to make a friend. Sideways in the parking lot. Put out the zip lock. Gotta make sure you ain't a cop. Gave him a sample, much more than he could handle. Deep skipping, shattering. Pain in his abdomen. Feeling strange. Couldn't get a hold of things. Music blasting. Seatbelt unfastened. Overdosed by the driver. Was laughing. Thought he was sleeping. The seat was leaking. Shook him up multiple times. He ain't breathing. Wiped the cold sweat off his face. Nobody called for help that day. Left that ass outside. Go without a trace. Missing half his face. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Do you see what addiction is doing to people? Passed out in front of family, on the curb, bums on the subway. Things lean on the steps with a needle. The side effect is death till there ain't nothing left. Drive up windows, convenient pharmacies, a corrupt medical in many countries. Commercials selling the grip. Call now, toll free. The man in the office with the richest needs. The warehouse stores to a certain degree. Prescribed to doctors, killing patients, celebrities. The biggest killer, most definitely. The bigger the pill, the bigger the feeling. Dying on the floor and the ceiling spinning. Time to make a mental decision. Because addiction's nothing but an inner confliction. Flame ya. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya.
And we are back. If you're just tuning in with us and would like to come in on the conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1 time. You will hear the prompt to say, you are now in the host queue. That means that your hand has been raised up my switchboard, and I will bring you in at the appropriate time. All right. Thank you all for coming up in and doing your thing with me, honey. Now, listen, I do have a very, very, very special announcement that I must say at the top of the show. This right now. I need for you guys to join me tomorrow. That there will be June 29th. Where we have a very, 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 very special guest, and this is going to be one of my dreams come true tomorrow. I've been trying to make this happen for some time, but tomorrow's show, I need you to join me because the one and only, the incomparable, the original Effie Melody White, honey, dream girl herself, Jennifer Holliday, will be dishing tea with Big Meach on tomorrow. That's Friday, June 29th, 2018. Right here. So make sure that you join me at 1 o'clock tomorrow for this special show that I'm just been anticipating for quite some time. I'm nervous and a little bit of all of that, so I'm trying to get all my fan stuff out, all that out now so that it doesn't come across on the show. So again, that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. for a special edition of Dishing Tea with Big Meach with the one and only Miss Jennifer Holliday. Okay? So now, having said all that, today's show, is America ready for the truth. This is a Kyle Knight expose. Okay. Great day and grand rises to all of you, my tea sippers. You know, we have a treat for you. Returning to Dishing Tea with Big Meach is a young man whose music is doing its thing within the independent sect, and he has been doing what I was waiting for. And that I have been waiting for the remixes. You hear me? Mr. Kyle Knight is returning to Dishing Tea with Big Meach to showcase the remixes of his banking single, The Truth, and to serve up some new crumpets and a few crumpets, honey, along with this tea, and explain to us how this came to be, what the messages are, and how life has been treating him since his last appearance on the show. We're also going to read a few tea leaves and get his perspective on the culture today and why his music will be an important piece to facilitate healing. So now this is going to be a very hot pot of tea, my darling, so I'm sure you got all of your crumpets. You got a few little extra sauces because we're going to serve some crumpets along with this pot of tea. You got your good girlfriends, honey, and your great guy pals along with you, honey. So make sure you have everything that you need because we are going to be dishing tea. And without any further ado, this is my man, honey. This is Mr. Kyle Knight. Hey, Kyle, what's going on, bro?
Hey, how you doing? Kyle Knight Music in the building.
You know what? First, I owe you an apology because we were supposed to have been on last week. And I had all of this stuff together and carrying on, but I inadvertently put the wrong date in my system. So with that, that's how everything got flipped and stirred and stewed and carrying on. So I want to publicly apologize to you and say we're going to make this thing happen because I told Angela, I said, baby, it's going down anyway. You know, the oversight on my part. So I do apologize.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be back on the show.
All right. So now let's get right into it because since you were last here, I see that you done got these remixes together, and we're going to feature all three of them today. At the same time, I want to sit down and get into going on what's happening in the world because since you were last here, we have had a lot of changes in the world. We have had a lot of upsets and a lot of disappointments. So let me get your take on culture today and why your music is an important factor in facilitating the healing of the world today.
Well, I definitely feel that my music plays a factor in relevancy in terms of what's going on in consciousness and everything that's going on around you. And I also feel that my music is important in the culture, in the black culture, especially when it comes to hip-hop today. And what's going on in the hip-hop market today, that how I'm there as a lyricist and as a conscious artist and how well my music is doing today in the hip-hop industry, also in the culture, and why I do it is very, very, very important. That supports many reasons why.
All right. Let me go here because I'm going to be very honest with you. I love your music and what you're doing with it. The problem that I have with the conscious community is, and you don't fit this particular moniker. I'm talking about the community itself. And what I want you to address is going to be this. The conscious community seems to get into this rut that I feel because they want everybody to be woke. But then once everybody is woke, it's like there is no activism or no agenda afterwards. So how is it that as a conscious rapper, you're able to help get the fire going so that it's like, okay, now you done said some shit, you got everybody up in arms, now let's take that energy and go to the next step. What how, and I know that with your music is that fire. So tell me, what's the next level? How do you facilitate that?
Well, how I do it is kind of like making everything as relevant as possible, from the lyrics to the production, of course, to my style. That really accommodates the lyrics and things like that. And for what I feel with the conscious community, I feel the conscious community is great, but I feel that they only emphasize certain things that they want to emphasize instead of emphasizing the whole picture and things like that. But I'm a very good conscious artist, and what I do to keep it relevant is really, really actual facts. as to what's going on really out there. So it's just one thing to call somebody conscious, but what type of conscious material is this person coming with, and how
Come on now.
are the facts? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on with it. Okay, what you say? What is basically what is your brand of consciousness? Okay,
yeah,
because we have those who would lean on what they call keeping it real and carrying on, and they lean on the misogyny side, they lean on the gangster side, they lean on the underworld side, of it, as that's supposed to be the means of getting over. But I guess to some, because that formula has worked or appeared to have worked for so long, that a lot of people feel as though that's the thing. But with your music, I tell you this, I told you this the last time, I see you as like the brothers from my generation when rap and hip-hop was first getting its roots as a genre.
Yeah.
And that was, they put the information out there to challenge the status quo, to sit down there and say, hey, this is what we need to do. We got to fight the power. It was all about I go to work, and this, that, and the other. It was to uplift, to sit up there and say, this is what we need, constructs to change this if we want to rise here. And your music is doing that for me. I'm listening to these lyrics, and it's like, okay, yeah, your flow is very old school like that. I tell you, that's why I call you this generation's Curtis Blow, because you got that same riff, that same flow from back in that particular day. Your lyrics are very clear. We can understand everything that you're saying. So that's where the empowerment for me comes in. Now, here's the question. In today's world, and looking at the youth today, to look at the culture today, what seems to be your biggest challenge to connect and communicate with them, because the industry has changed so much?
Well, that's a good question that you asked, because what I feel what it is really making it as universal as possible. And because the industry has changed so much, and because now you have a group of people who really sometimes only listen to the mumble rap or the trap rap, but how does Kyle Knight music apply to these people, and which is communicating right to these people, and it's the absence that acceptance that to everybody that's going on in hip hop, and what is accepted, because I'm taking good conscious lyrics and I'm putting it on really good production, and so that's applying to a younger audience. Because of a lot of mature audience, they like to listen to live production. And so what I'm able to do with my music is to accommodate it to acceptance by as many people as possible on a universal level.
Dig that. Yeah, you're right. That's older cats. We do love live production. I can tell a live instrument from a synthesized instrument now, but it absolutely helps with the feel of the project for me. If you got somebody really on some drums and on some congos, as they get into it, you get to feel their rhythm in it. They take on the tone of what the atmosphere is, in the recording studio. And if the vibe is good, you're going to hear that in the music. And that's what gets down into my crawl and in my spine and things. And I get to moving all crazy and stuff. I'm like, ow! It works me. So that there, yeah, I'm an old school cat like that. So with that, now that we're in this whole independent age, explain to us how the independent age and the independent genre rather is more so the magic ticket and the curse. How is it the golden ticket and the magic ticket for you, and then how does it become a curse to you at the same time?
Well, because the mainstream is looking at the independent artist, and it's very important that an independent artist can make himself strong first. And sometimes what's the downside of it is that sometimes the independent artist is overlooked, or is sometimes underbooked, or sometimes even rooked. And so it's just best that the independent artist really studies his roots on the music industry and really gets his information together on the business, even when you still even be a sponge and still even be a student to learn, because it's very important, because when you're an independent artist, everything is independent all the way up to your staff. So really treating your staff with the most respect, treating all people that you really work with in respect, because what keeps the industry clean and what keeps the industry going is, of course, return business. So when you're an independent artist out there and when you're a fresh start company, what's important is really being the best artist that you can be and the best company that you can be. If you're an artist like myself, putting the best material out there possible and out there meeting the best folks that you can and doing the best job that you can as an independent artist so that you're able to maintain in the industry as well as to have return business to still build your business and to move forward in this industry.
I heard that. Now, let me ask this question, and then we're going to go into one of the first of the three of the remixes of your single, The Truth. Like I said, I've been waiting on the remixes because for me, the remixes, child, that's what gets into those club arenas, and that's what gets into the trap houses, and that's what gets into the other areas that perhaps the single itself may not reach. You know what I'm saying? Or people, because of the remixes, they can hear it differently, because of I'm a house head, so, house music or whatever, and the way how a DJ may put a different spin on it, and we'll play with the vocals or whatever, and we'll give me a delay on a vocal or whatever, or loop a vocal, honey, to where it's driving me crazy. And so we get to hear the message differently in the remixes. But here's the question, as an independent artist, and that is trying to put the projects together, speak to us about the difficulties of raising all this money, because it still costs. You don't have the overhead that the companies will have, the big industry, the big musical companies or the record labels or whatever will have, and you have to come out of pocket because you are the company. So explain to us, that particular step of the journey.
Yeah, well, I definitely tap on that. Well, it's definitely the barter system. That's one. Two is also self-promotion, is to promote yourself, and also it's through networking too. And really to talk to folks out there and to get yourself into some networking parties and to get yourself around people who are believe in your vision or who are going to help you and who are going to work with. And also, it's good that you asked. It's also to carry a smile too, man, because really that attracts business and positive attitude, because that really brings in people. And not only that, but what brings in people. It's very, very important to have a positive attitude.
Okay. So we're going to go here. I'm going to start with, let me start from the bottom up. I want to go to the Seneca mix. Let's start with the Seneca remix of The Truth.
Allow me to show you something.
Speak the truth, are you blind or wise? Live or die, truth will survive. Lies planted, word games semantics. A brainwash planet seems to run rampant. A way of life, plain to see. Time after time of lies and deceit. So read the truth, hear the truth, hold the truth. Way overdue. A rolling crisis, dark and bleak. Greenhouse gas, putting earth to sleep. Toxic waters around the gene disease. If you spoke the truth, all eyes can see. Chemical trails, climate change, poison in our bodies, melting in our brains. A subsonic search for a missing plan. No need to worry, my third eye got the way worldwide. Worldwide. Temperatures are hot, the Big Apple, rockin' and pretty. Hopeless faces, war between races, NYPD, a bunch of violent races. ISIS armies, brainwash the youth, trained kids to rape and shoot. Ain't that the truth? An issue in our world, easy to see. Denial of truth misguides humanity. Government schemes, deception, the dream. Politics has come clean, words will all lead. Ruin country, get state of mind when we come to realize. The blind leading the blind, media headline, tossed overnight. Who's wrong? Who's right? Truth is bright as the sunlight. North to the east, to the west, to the south. Check it out worldwide.
right now. Come on now.
Yeah.
For this Seneca remix. See, that's that street remix right there. That's that street remix. That is all day at the pier or down in Times Square or what's my park? Wait a minute. What's my park? Down there by the library. Grant Park. And watch it. Yes, all of that. This is where all of the street performers this is that particular mix. Now, coming up with this one, and you decided that this was a go. What was it about this that you said, with this particular DJ who did this, that say, oh, yeah, I need this? What was this particular leg of the journey for you?
Yeah, well, it was definitely one that was a really excellent getting into him. And me and him, we actually have new songs that we're working on right now that are in the mix, real dance songs and things like that. And we have those coming that are outstanding. And also I wanted to make it a point, too, to talk about that we broke the music video behind that remix. So you really want to go on to Kyle Knight Music and check out the music video, The Truth, the Seneca Product remix, and it's dope also, as well as the Truth Chronicles that we use the Seneca Product Remix 2 on YouTube. Check out the Truth Chronicles on YouTube. But what made me roll with that remix is definitely the Around the World sample that you hear in there. Also the hi-hats that you hear in the sample, I love that. And a lot of the studio gear that we're using is a lot of the newer hip-hop kits that are really hot plugins that we're using in the studio. And me and Seneca are really tight. Like, we have new songs that we're working on now. So, man, I mean, if you like The Truth, you're really going to like the next stuff that we're coming with. But that's one of my favorite remixes, the Seneca Product remix.
Okay. So now coming into this, and let's start with this is the basic question. When you chose to put a remix on The Truth, what is it about this particular message that you wanted to emphasize, or at least wanted to for the folks to understand about this particular song? Because, like as I said before, the remixes help us to hear stuff very differently. It promotes the track. It sits down there and gets us into a whole different mind flavor. As a matter of fact, if the remix done hit right, most folks will listen to the remix version versus the original. In a lot of cases. So what was it with this song that you said, you know what, we need to really pump this message to make it reach more than one particular genre of people?
What it was with that particular remix was really the energy, and also what we were doing on a production, on the certain live elements that are in there, in terms of the hi-hats and things like that, and the hook, because it was really blasting the hooks in that hi-hat worldwide. And you hear a hi-hat go off, The Truth, another hi-hat go off. Was really making people feel the excitement on the hook, almost like a protesting the truth. Because when I wrote that, I wrote the hook almost like a visualizing a protest in my head, with the verses saying the truth and the verses breaking down what's the truth, what's your truth, and what's relevant to around us, and what's happening in the hooks was a protest worldwide. The truth, we're gonna take it worldwide. Stand by the truth, the truth. The Truth. It's a phenomenal remix, man.
Hey, I'm right there with it. I'm rocking, and like I said, that's the street remix for me, because I can visualize the pop lockers and they bring it back. They are bringing back the break dance with the folks spinning on their heads and carrying on. I can never do that.
And what was important with that remix too is that we had the dancers in the music video, because that remix is very danceable. So we really wanted to bring that aspect out too, is that people could really get down and dance. This is something that you could play in the club, and that's why I even had to have my hype man, which is my best friend Demel Grant, in the music video as my hype man, and I had to hire my dancers back so we can really get people dancing and really get people in the groove and the feel of the record.
Okay, so that's the dance. Now let's go here, because I want to let me light y'all up with the DJ Prince Ice Mix. Let's go here.
Blind or wise, live or die, truth will survive. Live, bird game seems to run rampant. A way of life, plain to see. Time after time of lies and deceit. So be the truth, hear the truth, hold the truth. Way overdue. A rolling crisis, dark and bleak. Greenhouse gas, putting earth to sleep. Toxic water, damaging the seas. If you soak the truth, all eyes to see. Chemical trails, climate change, poison in our bodies, melting in our brains. A subsonic search for a missing plan. No need to worry, my third eye got the way. We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? New York City, temperatures are hot. The Big Apple, rotten and pretty. Hopeless faces, war between races and YPD. A bunch of violent races. ISIS army, brainwashed the youth. Train kids to rape and shoot. Ain't that the truth? An issue in our world, easy to see. Denial of truth misguides humanity. Government scheme, deception of dreams. Politicians come clean, words of all lead. Ruin country, dead state of mind. When we come to realize, the blind leading the blind. Media headline, tossed overnight. Who's wrong? Who's right? Truth is as bright as the sunlight. North to the east, to the west, to the south. The south, check it out. We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? America, Ethiopia, South America, Asia, Pakistan, talking about Russia. We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Trying to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth?
Yes, baby. Now let me tell you something about this particular one here. See, listening to this, this is the old school head remix. See, this is the one that's gonna talk to us. You got that smooth little groove up in there. When I hear this, I think Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On." I think, all of those anthems and things, to where it was about social conscience. I'm thinking about the song in Dreamgirls that they did. That was the social conscious song about the war in the movie The Dreamgirls. It puts me in that particular field. It's very hypnotic because that groove up in there, honey, sits down there where you could have, this is like at a card party. You got the brown liquor or whatever, and you playing this, for those who like to get high, whatever, this is one of them social conscious songs to smoke to or whatever. Yeah, they do it. And they will sit down there because they get real deep, and folks will philosophize and carry it on to this particular remix. All of that went through me as this was playing. This is a hot remix. So now take us through why this one was important for you.
Well, definitely that remix was to make you really think, because when you listen to the remix really close, you could hear the pads in the background that are really just accommodating the lyrics, things like that. So it's definitely there to make you think. But there's a lot of points to why we broke that remix, because right now that remix is really our down south and the Midwest remix, and it was made really to accommodate the Midwest and down south. Like, people right now in Cleveland, people right now down south, they are chewing that record up. They love it because the Whole Truth record right now is doing fantastic on internet radio and also on radio, period. And it has a really great group. Mainstream is really picking up on the truth like nobody's business. And really, that's a performance record, too, because whenever you see Kyle Knight on stage performing The Truth, I'm going to be performing up against that remix. You know, and when we're here on the East Coast, we're going to keep it the Seneca remix. But when we're down south and when we're in the Midwest, I'm going to be performing up against that remix.
Oh, dig that. Okay.
Yep. And also, what's going on there is the live sound that you hear in the remix. You know, there's a lot of live sounds, a lot of live snare hits that you're hearing in that remix that's really there. And also, what's going on with that remix, that it's DJ savvy. You know, it's very funky. You know, when you listen to the remix, you hear the scratches in the remix and things like that. And that's what DJs really go for, you know, to really bring on a record, and that's really DJ savvy, so that they're blowing it up in the clubs, they're scratching on top of scratches, and they're doing type of unique things that's being done on top of the record, you know. So those are some of definitely the reasons why we broke the record there, man. But it's a fantastic remix.
God, yes. I'm sitting there like, woo, come on now. This is the one right here. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the one. Now, let me go here before I break out the third one.
Yeah, can we get
and that there is. Okay, right, okay. Prince Ice, come on through there, DJ. DJ, please pick up your phone. I'm on the request line. Yes. Let's go here because I want you to really break down the message of this particular track, The Truth, and why this one is so important. Because as I'm listening to it and carrying on, you're talking about the green grasses, the grass house, you know, the greenhouse effect, and all of that. Talk to us about the message in it and what this particular song means to you, because this feels so heartfelt to where it's like, okay, damn near, you know, I'm tired as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore kind of stance.
Yeah. I mean, what this song means to me is really just life, you know, because honestly, it's just like, you know, this particular record is really a life song. I've really been writing this song my whole life, and I never put it out there until it's strong enough and it's just right. And really, when I really write from the heart and soul, and I really write from the really deepest thoughts in my mind. And not only that, I really make sure that when I'm writing these songs, man, that I really have my facts together. Like right now, I'm also writing a song that I'm putting on my album for next year called X by Necessary, and it's a life and death story about Malcolm X. Now, I mean, when I put this song out, it's going to be fire. I'm putting it out around Black History Month. And, you know, to really have my facts together in these songs, it's very, very, very important. And to really break down what I'm talking about. Like when you check out the Truth Chronicles, we talk about police brutality, climate change, and what's going on in the Me Too movement. And so really breaking down what I'm speaking about in these songs, all these social issues that are very important, really bring them to the forefront. So when you go on YouTube and you check out the Truth Chronicles, and when you type police brutality, Truth Chronicle, Kyle Knight, you know, we're breaking down what's happening with police brutality. We're talking about it and things like that. And then also, what's your truth about the truth?
Oh, dig that. Now, you know, let's go here, because in this particular climate, and as an artist, and with the whole Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement and the Mute R. Kelly movement, I think that's the one I want to focus on, the Mute R. Kelly movement. As an artist, what does that say to you that now, you know, we have such a movement to where the whole idea of censorship is now becoming to the forefront? We have many different extremes, right and wrong, about what it is. You know, as an artist, how does that affect you? And how does telling the truth about these particular things impact you?
Well, I'm a very conscious artist, and how it impacts me is that it really prepares me for what's going on around me. And when I even write this material in my life, it's also like a reminder to me too. it's a reminder to me as to what's going on in my world and the social issues that's going on to me. And so when I write these songs, not only am I coming from the heart and soul, it makes me think as a person. So it really evolves me as a person in terms of my spiritual evolution, even in terms of my writing evolution too, me as a songwriter. So what it really means to me is really change. And not only that, but like really global change and things like that, because and also growth is really what it means to me. The whole Truth Remix movement to me is really just growth for me in my career, and which is really fantastic for where we were at Hey Sister. And, I came out with Hey Sister last year, so I'm very involved in what's going on in terms of domestic violence and women empowerment and women respect and women awareness. And not only that, but people awareness and cultural awareness. And that's what Kind Night is about. It's all about people and culture and really putting the rudiments and the roots of positivity and good music back out there, good production back out there, because that's what we're doing through my lyric writing and through my music, and also putting good hip-hop production out there.
Dig that. Now let me ask this question, because oftentimes when men take on the helm of what is considered to be women's issues, the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, as you say, I am a proponent, to fight against domestic violence and carrying on. When we hear men come out against these issues and stand firm and carrying on, I don't know why, but for whatever reasons, it's not much, but it has enough voice to where men end up getting a backlash. For one, there are some critics who think that if a man stands too strong on these particular issues, that it emasculates him, and particularly when black men do it, because we don't have enough black men standing up for black men. It goes back to my early issue about the conscious children, because sometimes, the pro-black power to the people children seem as though if you're a black man who ain't talking about, okay, the black man needs to stand up and blah, 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 if you champion the women's cause, it seems to where it becomes disheartening, or there is a disillusionment between the conscious community and an upset. How do you, as a conscious rapper, overcome and overshadow all of that negativity and able to push forward?
Well, the way how I feel about it is that, to me, it doesn't de-emasculate me or anything like that, because to me it's really what makes the problem in red. It's really what brings more awareness to the problem and really what puts a spin on things, because my whole thing is if women don't stand up for women, who's going to stand up for women? So then it has to be men who stand up for women. And really, I think that by men standing up for women is really what's helping resolve the problem, because it's men who want to try and keep it on the down low. And it's really breaking the cycle and creating change by a man really stepping up for a woman and saying, hey, look, this isn't right. This rape victim or this domestic violence is not proper for this woman. And I think that that's a beautiful thing when a man does that, because we need more of that, because that's what's going to begin to really change the world and begin to really change what's going on out here. Like when I was out there on the road, I had some people out there interviewing me, and they would kind of do that to me. And I would really put a solid foot down, like, no, this is what I believe in. And I really believe that women have a voice, women have a heart, and women have rights.
Interesting. I love that. Now let me flip that question around, and I'm gonna get into this third remix. The flip side of that question is, why do you feel that we as men, and then we as black men, ought to hold each other more accountable for the treatment of women? Now, as a gay man, I get flack because because I'm not trying to sleep with these women. I'm told that my plight in this is irrelevant. Okay, so that's a whole separate issue. But in dealing with the conscious community and folks and all of that, that's one aspect of it. But in moving forward and want to champion for women and to say these kinds of activities are wrong, particularly when men are the abusers of all of this and the culprits, the perpetrators, how is it that we can take our artistry and we can take our stances and our positions and learn how to hold men accountable? Because one of the things that every male child on the face of the planet has learned is that in order to stand up and be seen as a man, you must protect that which you come from, your family. You know, the black man is supposed to protect the black woman, whether it's your wife, your mother, your auntie, your sisters, you know, your grandmother. We're supposed to be that kind of protector, but when we're the ones who are perpetrating the nonsense, and yet we're not putting one another in check. I don't hear these folks telling these boys who got 16 baby mamas and 36 kids, you know, where's your condoms? You know, how is it that we are able to use our artistry to hold men accountable in the fight of the Me Too movements and the Mute R. Kelly movements and the Time's Up movements?
Well, I'm glad that you kind of asked me that question, because I feel that we could teach people how to do this different and really how to appreciate the movement is definitely through lyricism and to teach respect. And it's like, what are we writing? And it's like, what are we recording? And what are we putting up on these records? You know, and I really think also through teaching the youth and teaching young people and women and young women out there new ideas, you know, which is very, very, very important.
Okay, for new ideas. I like that. Okay, let's go into the third installment of the remixes, honey. This is the Plug Flavor remix. Come on.
Keep the truth on the grind, or why? Live or die, two wheels of hard live. Planted, world games dimension, a brainwash planet. Future unrampant, a way of life, plain to see. Time after time of lies and deceit. So be the truth, hear the truth, hope the truth. Way overdue. A rolling crisis, dark to bleed. Greenhouse gas, putting earth to sleep. Toxic water, damaging the seeds. If you spoke the truth, all eyes can see. Chemical trails, climate change, poison in our bodies, melting in our brains. A exotic search for a missing plan. No need to worry, my third eye got the rage worldwide. The Big Apple, rotten and pretty, hopeless faces, war between races and YPG, a bunch of violent races, ISIS armies, brainwash the youth, trained to the rape and shoot, ain't that the truth? An issue in our world, easy to see, denial of truth misguides humanity, government schemes, the tax regime, politicians come clean, words are all lead, ruin country, dead state of mind, when we come to realize, the blind lead the blind, media headline, talk overnight, who's wrong, who's right, truth is bright as the sunlight, north to the east, to the west, to the south. Check it out, worldwide.
baby. Yeah, come on up in here with this girl screaming in this background, honey, on this hook. Okay. Yes, because she sets this mix for me. Okay, and that's very old school because back in the day, that's what we were waiting on. It's kind of like in the gospel community, we always wait. Well, when I was a part of all of that, we always wait for the one heifer that's gonna come through and do their high note, soprano note. Okay, in the dance world or the music world or whatever, this is very old school to where we waiting on that girl to come through and just to set the tone, and to bust that hook the way that she just did like that. This is so that way for me. I'm like, yes, come on, girl. Sounded like you were just sitting up there with a bucket of chicken, honey, waiting on them to say, okay, come on, girl, I need you to scream right here. Okay, take her through the process of this remix and why this one was the go.
Yeah, it's definitely the gospel. I'll tell you that. But, I mean, this remix was really to put out to accommodate and really to complement different hip-hop platforms out there.
Yeah.
Independent hip-hop platforms, more so like DJ pools, virtual listening parties, in terms of internet hip-hop and what's being played out there, on a hip-hop internet level, and also what's really accommodates a dirty sound in hip-hop and things like that, and to really be broke on like a hip-hop platforms like Across the Fader. That was DJ Pug's remix from Across the Fader, and you probably know that hip-hop platform, but hip-hop platform similar to Across the Fader, which that remix was used to complement.
Okay. Yes, now I'm going to tell you something because, see, this particular arrangement and carrying on, see, this is very, very movie soundtrack-ish. I see that just going across a trailer, like how they do with inserts and carrying on certain scenes and, getting the tone of the city or whatever, It
reminds me of Ice Cube. You ever seen Ghost from Mars a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's funny you say that. I just got that movie too. I just watched it the other day. Literally, just watched that the other day.
Yeah, I love that movie, man. But it really does remind me of Ice Cube, Ghost from Mars. Like The Rock and Doom type of feel, But it's dope.
Yeah,
man. I love it. Yeah.
Yes. So now that we have these three mixes done and completed and out there, is this separate from the EP, or is this a separate EP of its own to introduce Kyle Night 2020 that's soon to be released?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that because it's a mixture of the both. It's an EP with the remixes, and then we're pushing it as an individual remix too, which is the Seneca remix, which is the one that the video was broke behind.
Dig. Okay. So now that this is out here and we're collectively waiting on Kyle Night 2020, now I just thought that the title itself is sickening, and your marketing on this, child, is driving me crazy. Because you say you're going to release this in 2019. This is Kyle Night 2020. So the double entendre in that is absolutely sickening. Okay, to know that 2020 is division, but at the same time you are, it's also that I'm ahead of the game. I'm in the future. Kind of that. I was like, that is hot. That is hot. Okay.
That's right.
Yes. So what are we looking for with this new album or the CD? I still call them albums. But what are we looking forward to with the full project? Because man, I'm kind of like on pins and needles to see where else you're going.
Oh man, well it's gonna be dope, man. And of course, all publicized by Mr. Angelo LB. But I came to Kyle Night 2020 because we're dropping, people are loving the conscious stuff that I'm doing. So, of course, we're going to have all the songs that you love on there, Hey Sister, Addiction, The Truth, and we're dropping more lyrical things and more conscious material up to the Malcolm X song, X by Necessary. But what we're doing is still building, we're putting live production feel in there and to really bring it, to really visualize this CD and this album and things like that, Kyle Knight 2020. Mm-hmm. And from what's going on, it's really what we're doing in that album is really bringing some real funky dance tracks to that album, dance songs, and also songs that are really just talking about the future, because I'm a conscious artist, really talking about Kyle Knight in the future, also what's going on in the life of myself right now and things like that. So it's going to be so many different elements, up to dance tracks, up to fun records, up to what's going on, me on a lyrical side, like The Truth and Addiction. And then you have Kyle Knight's Conscious, and then you're going to have, the hip-hop records up there, and then the dance records, and then the live records. So it's going to be so much on that record. I'm very excited.
Okay, well, you sound like it, baby. You sound like it.
Yeah.
So now
yeah.
I'm going to throw this out here because, whichever name. Why I'm trying to understand why people want to have so many different names, and I kind of understand it, but then again I don't, because it becomes confusing. B. Slade said this to me in an interview, because he's like, I constantly evolve, and like Coca-Cola, I'm an octopus. So, up under this name, I may be Tone over here in the gospel community, but as B. Slade, I could do this over here. As Brian Slade, I could do this. And, so he was breaking that down to me. And see, you got P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean, whichever name he decides he's going to have today. Now, I said all that to say, Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donnie Glover. Okay. I'm seeing his brand. I would love to see a collaboration with the two of you. And when I was listening to the Prince Ice mix of all this, that is what stuck to me. Him, I heard him somewhere up in there. I'm like, oh wow, that would be that would be novel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had an idea of, it would be interesting because of where he is, and he's doing a lot. He's a comedian, he's an actor, a rapper, and this, that, and the other. So it would be interesting to see what his flavor would be. But my question to you would be, who is it that I think I asked you the last time? If you were to collaborate or have your set folks that would be the dream ideal people to collaborate with, to work with, to have as guests on your album projects or whatever, who would they be?
Okay, well, for one and for two, I would definitely say Kendrick Lamar. I would love to collaborate with him, and I would definitely love to collaborate with Nas. He's coming out with the album this year. But what's going on, I'm not going to say his name and nothing like that, but I'm supposed to be opening up for a pretty big name down there in the Carolina area. So, we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, all right, then. So, okay, so we finna go to put some truth out here in the Carolinas. Okay, we're going to make that happen, put that out there.
That's who I'm really looking to collaborate with and to really perform with and to open up for is the big homie in the Carolinas. So I think that's great.
Oh, well, lovely. Okay. So now that we're here, what is it that you're going to be doing in your spare time? Because it seems like the project and stuff is taking up so much. Building a company does that. To you eat and you sleep, and everything is all about the company. It's almost as if, the company becomes the side piece and the date and okay, it is all of your me time. So when you have a chance to breathe, to meditate, to go into solitude, what are some of your me time projects that you like to do to say, okay, I'm not Kyle Knight, I'm just K. Okay, I'm Kyle.
Well,
Okay.
I'm glad that you asked me that too, man. You know, like me, I have an apartment, man. I just like to clean my apartment and just really do my dishes and just really relax and just make sure my bathroom's clean. You know, I got an old dog that I had forever, so you know, I really just like to spend time with my dog and make sure that he's good. He's an old dog. And then I also, you know, I'm a single cat, you know, so women watching is one of my hobbies, you know, and so trying to get a date to go see Jurassic World, man, you know, is where I'm at.
I'm trying to get a date to go see Jurassic World at New York prices. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and you know, I drive, so you know, I like to go for long drives, man, and to listen to the Truth remix, man, in my car is what I like to do, and just to kind of just to relax. A lot of people don't know that your boy Cal Knight smoke, man. So I just like to relax, man. You know, and that's just what I'm about. You know, so just you know, just between trying to find the next Mrs. Knight thing and taking care of myself and things like that, you know, is where I'm at during the spare time. And of course, writing new material, getting ready for Cal Knight 2020.
He said, "You understand." Okay. Oh, that just tickled me. Okay. I'm digging it, though. I'm digging it. All right?
Yeah.
We're here at this particular point. This is what I want you to do. I want you to drop everything, all of your social media platforms, or where folks can find you, where they could get and get their copies of the remixes and carry it on, and tell them everything they need to know about Kyle. Come on.
All right. Well, you can check out the Truth Chronicles on YouTube. Again, the Truth Chronicles are on YouTube, and they're also at my website, Kyle Knight Music. You can check everything out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, and Google Play, and much more. And you can check me out everywhere on social media and my website, Kyle Knight Music. Once again, that's Kyle Knight Music.
Hot diggity boom. Well, Mr. Knight, this has really been a pleasure. Thank you for coming back. And you know, we're kicking off the tail end of Black Music Month here for June, and in a few days, because today is the 28th, and on the 1st of July, in 3 days, Dishing Tea with Big Meach will be turning 9 years old. So thank you for ushering us in, you know, into our new season and carrying on. We're looking to do some bigger and better things and all of that. And looking to expand and to do a whole lot more with it and things. So I want to thank you for your time and your energy. I'm going to personally thank Angelo Ellery over there with Double Exposure Media Relations. Thank you for coming on through. That's my baby, honey. Angelo been rocking with me, honey, all these years. And so, yeah, I thank him for that. And, yeah, I just want to make sure that your message and that your energy and your charisma and all of that about your music and things is out there, because I'm digging what you're doing, you know. And I don't say that often to a lot of cats because there's a lot of material out there. I've had a number of folks that's trying to come on the show, but if I'm not feeling their material, honey, I'm not bringing them on the show, because I don't want to sell no lies, and I don't want folks to sit up there and you know, it's not political for me like that. You know, we're not trying to be this whole yes man kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd like to promote that which I believe in, and that's going to sit down there and spin some good and get folks out there to thinking, even if it challenges you. If you don't agree with it, I like the fact that it challenges you to think and to motivate you to do something about it. And I love that about your music. You're the pulse like that. I'm telling you, you're the old school flavor that Curtis Blow and them back in the day, baby. I'm just gonna monitor you. You know, the Curtis Blow of this generation. So, with that being said, let me let you get back into your world and go do them dishes. I need you over here to do mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me on, man. It's been an honor, and a happy birthday, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
For the show.
Thank you. Yes, of course. I take it that way. Yes. I thank you so much for that. And when 2020 is ready, we'll have a full listening party. I'll go from track 1 to 99 right here on Dishing Tea with Big Meach. You hear me? So we're going to put that on in the calendar.
Now that I will definitely keep it. I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, my player. Go ahead on and do your thing, and we'll get back with you soon. And this is The Truth. The remixes, baby. I think I'm going to end up having to play this damn Prince Ice remix again. That's the one that's jugging my brains right now.
Yeah, spin that, man.
Yes.
That's a banging record, man. That's a bad man on that record.
Listen, I'm telling you, I got to meet this Prince Ice in face-to-face because of what he done did. The other two, they speak to me, like I say, because I'm feeling the vibe, and I know where they at. But this Prince Ice, because it's set for my generation, it got my ear because of what they doing with it. I'm like, ooh, right here. And see, I'm talking as a hobby. And see, this particular remix, see, you can sit down there and see, you can pluck out all the lyrics and carry on and break some shit down and be like, you know what, this is a deep cat. And I'm telling you, it's all of that for me. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let me get you back with your day, and thank you for coming and dishing your tea with Big Meach. That's it. I love it.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor. One love.
One love, baby. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, honey, that there was Mr. Kyle Knight, and we have just been listening to the remixes of his single, The Truth, okay? And before I hang up, I've got to replay that damn DJ Ice mix, the DJ Prince Ice mix. But before I do, I want to let you guys know, again, please go to GoFundMe.com. You will see the link for Urban Camping. Okay, Urban Camping. That's the independent film that I'm going to be directing, and we're looking to generate funds. If you are into the independent movement for films and music and carrying on, I would encourage you to go look at this at this particular project, and let's talk about it and help us to get to where we're trying to get to. When we're dealing with the homelessness of today, and again, this fits because when we talk about the truth, you know, we talk about the world in which we live today. We cannot skate around it, and it doesn't work unless we're very truthful. So please go to GoFundMe. Go to dishingtea.com for more information. The auditions for Urban Camping will be coming up on July 14th. Again, for more information about that, go to my website or call me directly, 404-914-5610. For more information on how you can how you can audition for the project. This is a volunteer thing. We're not paying anybody because we don't have the coin yet. So if you're looking to do something and want to aid us in homelessness awareness and why is homelessness a crime, this is what this is all about. And also, one more time, join us Friday, June 29th, as we will be making one of my dreams a reality for me with the incomparable, the original Effie Melody White from the original Dreamgirls cast. Miss Jennifer Holliday will be here dishing her tea with me. So I'm excited about that. So having said all that, babies, we finna go ahead and let you have this remix one more time. This is The Truth, and this is the DJ Prince Ice mix.
Or why? Live or die, truth will survive. Play word games to mix, a brainwash planet seems to run rampant. A way of life, plain to see, time after time of lies and deceit. So be the truth, hear the truth, hold the truth. Way overdue. A rolling crisis, dark and bleak. Greenhouse gas, putting earth to sleep. Toxic water, ravaging the seas. If you spoke the truth, all eyes can see. Chemical trails, climate change, poison in our bodies, melting in our brains. A subsonic search for a missing plan. No need to worry, my third eye got the way wrong. is. War between races and YPD, a bunch of violent races. ISIS army brainwashed the youth, train kids to rape and shoot. Ain't that the truth? An issue in our world, easy to see. Denial of truth misguides humanity. Government scheme, deception of dreams. Politicians come clean, words of all lead. Ruin country, dead state of mind. When we come to realize, the blind leading the blind, media headline. Toss overnight, who's wrong, who's right? Truth is bright as the sunlight. North to the east, to the west, to the south. Check it out. We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? America, Ethiopia, South America, Asia, Pakistan, talking about Russia. We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth? We're still on the grind. Live or die. Time to make a mental decision. Ain't that the truth?
When your battery goes dead, everything can come to a stop. Don't take a chance on getting stranded. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get your battery tested free of charge. If your battery does need to be replaced, O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find the exact Superstart battery that fits your car or truck at a guaranteed low price. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We've got huge news from Sprint Marketing.
There's never been a better time to switch to Sprint and get the new Unlimited Plus plan. It features the TV you love with Hulu, music, streaming with Tidal Premium, Full HD, and 15 gigabytes of mobile hotspot.
Switch to Sprint's Unlimited Plus plan for just $42 per line. But hurry, for a limited time, it's now $22 per line when you bring or buy your own phones. Visit Sprint.com/unlimited or call 1-800-SPRINT1.
Price with $5 per month autopay discount. One Hulu limited commercials plan per Sprint account compared to Verizon Beyond Unlimited. Features differ. Offer coverage not available everywhere. Excludes taxes, fees, and roaming. Requires new line subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.